In this lesson, we're gonna do our first picking exercise. This is really handy because it helps you get used to using the pick in a more intricate way and makes it easier to kind of move on to other things. And these exercises may seem super simple or repetitive or boring, like a lot of exercises might to the average person, but they're so important because they help you so much with the more fun things later. I think at the beginning of your playing experience, there can be a lot of just repetitiveness, but that is essential to master and just have things kind of become more natural to you. After each of these instructional videos, I will have a practice video right after it. It gives you the option to practice right along with me so that you can practice what you need to and make sure it's in time. I think, like I said before, it's so important to practice in time. So timing just becomes eventually natural to you. And it may already be natural to you, but if it's not, it's so handy to be able to have something to practice with. So the first thing we're going to do is have each note land on the beat. We're going to count to 4 and have each note land on each beat as quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with your pick, you're going down, 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 down. Okay, so now we're going to do the complete exercise. We're going to play 4 downs, basically, on each string, starting with the 6th string. And you can look at your right hand. We're only doing right hand right now. You can look at your right hand if you need to find each string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that seems pretty simple enough, right? Well, the next thing you're going to want to do is try it with your eyes closed. See how many strings you get. You can even videotape yourself and see how you do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your hand is playing over the sound hole. You'll get different sounds depending on where you're playing, but over the sound hole, you're going to get the best sound. When you play this exercise, you're going to want to play it evenly and in time. You don't have to count along. You can always use a metronome if that messes you up a little bit too much, or you can just play it along with the practice video. That's what makes the practice video nice, because it kind of takes a little bit of the thinking out of it, because I will count for you, or with a metronome, the beats will count for you. The goal for this exercise is to be able to play the strings eventually without looking and without missing a string, and really getting each note out evenly as you're playing. It's also a great way to learn how to stay in time without adding your left hand. It's so simple. It is such a nice, simple way to just get used to staying in time. So practice as much as you want looking at your strings, but make sure you are practicing either just looking straight ahead like I'm looking at you right now, or just closing your eyes. We tend to, when we look at the strings, because we can't really see each string when we're holding the guitar like this, we tend to tilt the guitar. And that's okay at first, but the reason why I want you to practice not looking at the guitar
is because tilting the guitar like this, like towards your body, like where it's diagonal, makes it so much harder to add in your left hand because your left hand ends up having to reach around in this really awkward way if you always have to look at your strings. So these exercises are really great, and they may seem just kind of boring and simple, but they're so great to get you to the point where you don't have to look at your strings so that you can focus on your left hand. Because when you're playing music, you're thinking about what you're playing. You're also playing with your right hand and playing with your left hand. So if we don't have to look at our right hand or think about our right hand, kind of get the thoughts out away from that, it becomes more natural, then we only really have to think about what we're playing and think about what our left hand is doing. So it's less to think about and less to look at too, because when you're playing and you eventually don't have to look at your right hand anymore, now you can just focus on your left and eventually not look at your left hand anymore so that you can eventually engage with your audience if you ever want to have an audience, or just not feel glued to just staring at the guitar. More easily reading music if you're learning a new song or whatever else. So we try to add these exercises in so we can just master that right hand right off the bat, because it's the easiest one to master because it's just strumming, picking, things like that. So try that exercise both with eyes open and closed. So make sure you practice that exercise until you get to the point where you realize, okay, I'm hitting all 6 strings. I'm not missing any, because it's really easy when you're not looking to just skip down to a bottom string and wait, I just skipped 2 or 3 strings, or, so you want to make sure that you're just going slightly down. You're also going to want to make sure you keep your hand close, because sometimes we have this habit of taking our hand too far away, so that if we're not looking at the guitar, it's hard to find that string again. So you want to just see how close I am. And I'm just going, bam, bam. I'm not going too far from the strings. So try that out, and also try out the practice video. And then we're ready for the next picking exercise.